a real subject. This is a real subject. And I was sitting there listening while I was finishing up my food, and he was saying shit that still applied to him. And I'm like, if you don't stop saying shit that applies to you, sir, stop doing that. If you just stop playing a victim, and then see, that's what they do to you. See, that's what they do to you. See, they out here. I'm fuck up. Stop lying. Stop lying to people. You're just a dick. This what they do to. It's what they do to people. It's your mindset. See, it's what happens when, boy. New York, Kyrie is allowed to sit in the stands but can't play to just solidify the fact that it's all politics. Yeah, this is dumb. How is it that the players that come to visit New York, they don't have to have the vaccine? It's dumb. Kwame Brown, you're welcome to hit the link. Let's go on and squash this beef. Squash it like you talk to everybody else. Talk to me like you talk to John. Talk to me like you talk to John. Be a man. Somebody said, wait, what? What happened? It went offline. Oh, let me see if I can get it back. Be a man about it, man. Come on, you talk to everybody else. I just want to have I want a moderator there. I just want one conversation. I'm telling you, it will make my day. I just want to do it because I think it will be fun. You want to tell everybody else about how to be a man and what it takes to be a man and always telling people what to be a man. I got that man explaining his whole life. I got him explaining his mama. He was explaining, he said, it ain't like listen, it ain't like I stayed without shoes for a long time. You best believe I was only without shoes for like a couple minutes, because you best believe my brothers had it handled. But if your brother had it handled, well, I'll do it for $50. But if your brother had it handled, you would have never went without shoes in the first place. They didn't pick up drugs because you went without shoes. They was already selling it. You had a gang of them. Why do you keep trying to explain shit I said that's true? He's trying to make it seem like my mama was not a good mama, and that's not true. My mom. Let me tell y'all something. You best believe that I had shoes after a few days. That stupid laugh. Everything you say is not up for jokes. Like, who started that? Every time I say something, at the end of it, it's up for jokes. And they all do it. None of them know anything about being a fucking comedian. They just say a sentence and they're supposed to laugh at the end of the sentence. It's not a joke. But you can't say, what happened when women was back in them days. In them days, the 80s? Back in them days. Hey, Cam. Back in them days, women was in families, and so when they was in families, what happened? When the man would leave, the bitch didn't have an education, couldn't go get a fucking job in the 80s? Excuse me, in the 90s? Right, I'm sorry about that. I got that completely wrong. In the 90s? In the 90s. Not in the 60s, not in the 40s. This nigga sat there and was talking about 1992. 1994. 94. In the 90s. That's what happened when you was a wife. In the 90s. I was in a cheese line. In the 90s. In the 90s. Dwayne Tate said, you still calling his dead Dwayne, and I'm not even, Dwayne, hit the link or go away, Dwayne. You used to be a fan. You're not a fan anymore, Dwayne. I'm sorry. Dwayne, why you're not a fan anymore? Hit the link. It's in the description box. Come on up here and tell me why you're not a fan anymore, bro. Come on, I'll listen. But in the meantime, I got a person who hit the eighth leader, said, sing the cousin of a busty bus one more time. And he hit me with $50, so you know what I'm going to do. Well, he's the cousin of a busty bus. And Kwame Brown is who we love. They call him skinny, but he got a good. Riding with Kwame in a pickup truck. Yeah, he's a certified dumbass fool. He spent 11 years in prison too. Around nothing but dick and butt. Yeah, he's the cousin of a busted bus. Yeah, he's the cousin of a busted bus. And Kwame Brown is who we love. They call him skinny, but he got a good. Riding with Kwame in a pickup truck. Yeah, he's a certified dumbass fool. He spent 11 years in prison too. Around nothing but dick and butt. Yeah, he's the cousin of a busted bus. I got that, Eureka. Your son was dancing to my song. That was pretty fucking hilarious. See, they can't get mad at me because my stuff is actually pretty funny and it's about whatever it is that they're saying. So you listen to my songs and you're like, wow, it's exactly what they're saying. And thank you to all those people who hit that. And we'll do it like that, whether you hit the Cash App or anything like that. Holla at your boy. And Kwame, whatever's making you snort like that, get it fixed. I don't know what's going on over there, and it's none of my business. Get it fixed. Shout out to James Johnson, who hit the Cash App, Jimmy D, Nicole Sanders, TheNWill.com, my man Chris, Nikki Watson, Sean B, Philip Howard, Sean, Omar, Jonathan, Sofa King. All of you guys, thank you guys for hitting that Cash App for me. Okay. I'm waiting on you, though. You used to be a fan, Mr. Tate. But I'm not going to say anything smart to you. I'm not going to cuss you out. If you could, just hit the link, please, and come talk to me. I don't know what your statement meant, but I'm just curious. Why is it y'all pick on, I call one woman a bitch? What makes that woman, okay, Dwayne's came up here, so I got to give him credit for that. Go ahead, Dwayne, let's talk.
It's kind of hard to hear you, man. What's going on?
Hold on a minute. You said it's kind of hard to hear me. I probably got the thing wrong. Try it now. Does it sound better now?
A little better, yeah, man. I mean, I've been a fan of yours, Tommy Real Talk. I mean, probably years ago.
Yep.
I still rock with you, man.
I remember because you got the name of the chick who I used, her boyfriend. I used to date a chick and her boyfriend, ex-husband. He tried to kill me, and his name was Dwayne Tate. And I thought you were him when I first saw you. No, I wasn't. But I wasn't offended. No. I wasn't offended. No. I wasn't offended because by the time me and her stopped talking, I started to feel for him, and we both understood each other that she was playing us both.
Oh, that's a coincidence. That's more like irony. That's not. I don't think that's me.
No, it's not you. But we it was crazy because afterwards. It was like, wow, she really did want to see us two men harm each other.
Right.
And that's some crazy shit to be a part of. But that's some of the crap that I was a part of. But I want to go to what you said. You said, am I still calling his mama?
No, I'm gonna say it with the right tone. I mean, because typing, there's no tone in that. So I'm like, I know you were saying when you and Kwame did talk face to face, you said like, I never called your mama a bitch. I was like, well, you kind of. I mean,
well, then I came back and said, well, I guess I did. If you look at it that way, I did. Well, no, he said, you punk ass bitch. And I don't call no woman no punk ass bitch. So when he said you call her a punk ass bitch, I was like, I don't recall this.
Right.
So, but then like if you say it, like I said, like when I say it, I used to say like the bitch who raised you. It's just like he tried to
Right,
say he
right,
didn't
right.
call Gilbert Arenas' mama a bitch, but he did.
But yeah, I don't think that's right. I mean, I don't want to say right or wrong, but I think that's just kind of, in the streets, man. That's kind of too far most of the time in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. Most of the things that they're saying in real life would be going too far. He called my mother a whore. You don't think that in real life
Yeah,
that would be going too far?
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of it's too. A lot of it's YouTube stuff is not. I don't try. I don't have a YouTube page trying to get views. So I mean, not you, or I'm just saying like I don't understand it, man. Most time, it's just most people work stuff out or just either leave it alone or go ahead. But it's interesting, it's entertaining, I guess.
Well, see,
But
here's
I just
one
want to
thing
know
that
what's the
people have
ultimate
to
goal,
understand
man.
me.
Like I don't know what's the goal.
Well, I got to ask people this. Why is it that you
Yeah.
can watch me say, like the black bitch who raised you, and then when I say it to somebody you know or like, then it's improper? I call women bitch. Here's my thing. Y'all got some nerve, not meaning you particular, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
in general. Blacks got some nerves saying you can't call a woman a bitch while calling other women bitches. Either you can't, because you shouldn't. Why would you be able to talk shit about not talk shit about my mom, but then I'm talking shit about somebody that's a mom? The woman who had the 2 kids, who I was talking shit about her and she dead, that's somebody's mama. When we talking
Oh no,
about
Tom. I mean, you're pretty consistent, man. One thing about you, you don't try to change up. You've been the same way for I can say 2010, 11. I mean, you've been the same, so you're not changing for nobody. I respect that.
right, like some of y'all out here fucking somebody's mama.
Oh yeah, definitely,
So,
definitely.
but so it's
Oh yeah.
weird that we come with these things that you can say, like, oh, this person's dead, you can't say that. And I'm like, but I'm alive, you're talking about that. But then he'll go back and say, well, you called me a bust and my kids had to come home and hear you call me a bust. Well, then my kids had to hear you come home and call me a John. The rules keep switching per person. The rules
Yeah,
keep switching, and
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that. I'm very consistent. If it's okay for
You
me to
are.
say something about your kid, it's okay if you say something about mine. If it's okay for me to show up at your kid's school, it's okay for me to show up, for you to show up at mine. These are weird rules that these people are having.
Well, is there an end game, or is just we just gonna keep? What we gonna do? What's the end game? I mean, let's go back because I know as people, as black men, as black people, what we gonna do? Are we a monolith? Are we always gonna? What's the solution, man? I'm a solution guy mostly myself personally. I want to know what's the solution, man. Is there one?
Yes. Listen, either you take
I'm
back
listening.
what you said or you leave it alone and then move on. You leave it alone, move on, we all right.
Yeah.
I could make a deal with him. I had made it with him. Stop talking about me, I'll stop talking about you. Thought I had made it with him.
Right.
But you remember what his rule was? Oh yeah, but that was important what happened to you, so I had to say something about it. Then I had to bring her on the show. So wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wanted to end it. Then something happened to me and you couldn't end it. And again, I still gave him the pass. Okay, if something important happens and you have to talk about it, but you talk about it in a fair way, I'm fine with that. But you should have ignored it. But if you talk about it in a fair way, I'd understand that. But you didn't even do that. You now went out the way to talk about I paid this person, which I didn't. Then you say I paid the other person, which I didn't. But you just kept on saying stupid shit about me. Then you allowed the girl to get on there and lie about me. But I ain't allowed no woman to come on here and lie on him.
Yeah. Y'all could have been a great team, man. I wish it wouldn't have.
Nah,
I mean,
we could have never been a team, though.
Hindsight 2020. I think y'all could have been all right. Like you said, y'all was kind of. He was a fan of yours, and y'all were talking. So I wish it would have been better. I mean, you can't.
But
go
I
back
don't
in
think
time.
we could have. I got to be honest though. I got to be honest with you though. We will never get to that point. I'll be cool with Kevin Samuels when I'm cool with him. And let me explain.
Yeah.
Because this man is a child. He gets up every day to complain about exactly what the fuck it is he does. He's stealing everybody's shtick. He doesn't have a thing of his own. When you keep robbing other people, that's a problem. When you don't have a problem, when Kobe Bryant has said some of the foulest shit about him, he refuses to address it. He refuses to address some people who speak about him, but address other people. He's going around as a man who constantly, today he was saying, I don't see why these people try to act like they have money. You did this to these people right now. You've done it.
Right.
Everything about him is, I'll do one thing, 5 minutes later, I'll do something else. I can't trust a person like this. There's a reason why there's no one around him from his field. There's a reason why JJ Redick can start him a podcast and all the celebrities come to everybody else, all the basketball players. This man, nobody will touch him. And that's the lie he tried to say about me. Tommy can't work with nobody on YouTube. That's your problem. I peeped it out. That's the lie he told when he started. He won't even stop telling a lie about why we fell out. He keeps lying and saying I wanted to interview Judge Joe Brown with him. That is a lie. I categorically.
So what's the truth? Why'd y'all fall out?
I told him. He told me we were supposed to be going live. Literally for 2 days, he put me off and then went on other people's show. I don't like for you to lie to me, especially when I helped you. Don't do that.
Right.
I ain't your bitch. Don't lie to me.
Right.
I do the same thing with anybody else. I'm not your bitch. I have no reason to lie to you.
So y'all supposed to do the live, and then you said we'll try to do it or something, and
yeah, we were supposed to do it the day before. Then he said we'll do it now. I said, well, I got something to do in the morning. We can do it later.
Right.
We can do it later in the day. Well, later in the day, I didn't hear from him. Later in the day, he went on somebody else's show. Then later on the day, the next day, he said we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, he's doing it to somebody else. I said, all right, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna keep on asking.
Yeah. Trying to big boy you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep asking. Nigga, when you needed advice, nigga, when every time you needed a fucking ear, I was there. Every time. Every time you needed some advice, every time you needed somebody to talk to, I was there and I didn't know you. But I do that to almost everyone. When you wanted to come on my shit, I let you on. I didn't big boy him or say you ain't nobody. I didn't do that.
Well, like I said, I just want to know what's the end game, man. Is there an end game, or are we gonna just go?
Well, when people say what's the end game, if two people are joning, what is the end game to that though?
I don't know. That's why I asked. I'm not coming here trying to say I got the answer. I'm asking.
No, I'm saying, but there typically isn't an end game.
Story?
Stuff will die down. I guess it'll eventually die down.
Yeah,
I'm just getting a kick out of fucking with him now since he gets a kick out of fucking with me.
So you say you ran him off the live today? I was watching this live earlier. You say you ran him off when that's the killer thing. What you mean by that?
No, once he started, he waited.
He did go away real fast. I wondered. That's why I really like. Wait a minute. That kind of is true.
No, what happened was this. He waited, and anybody can tell you, I didn't know it. They was like, "Yo, he waited for your live to end so he could go live." So then once my live ended, he immediately started his. So if you're going to wait for my live to go to, you remember, he's the one who started when he said, I just went live to hate because I saw he was live, but it backfired on him.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah,
I caught the middle of it.
No, not this show. It was a show last week. He said, I was live by myself. I was just up and I went live. And it was like 2,600 people watching me. He got mad. So he thought that he could go live and make my numbers go down. But instead, he went live and there was only 600 people. And it proved that people would rather watch me than him. So it was embarrassing. So then during my show, when I saw he was live, and I said, oh, he went live to try to make my numbers go down. I said, so now I refuse to get off my show until he ends his.
Oh,
and it made him mad. So he said, that let you know he got a lot of hate in his heart. He stood up there and said that he gonna stay online so people won't leave his show to go over to his. To go over to mine. Well, of course I'm going to do it. If you just did it, you tried to do it to me and it didn't work. So the next thing I did was when I saw he was live today, he didn't want to play that game no more. So he was going to wait for me to not be live so he could go live. Man, I cooked the shit out that grilled cheese and eggs real quick and ran back downstairs so I could go live again just to show him yet again my numbers will be higher than yours.
Live, he said he got to go downtown. He said I got to go in town for something. Hey, y'all funny as hell, man.
It really was. Like as soon as I read, he was like, "Hey, I got to go."
So I ain't got to work. So this shit funny as hell, man. But
that was funny though. He was like, "Hey, I got to go."
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like in the middle of the video, he was showing J.R. Smith video. He's like, I gotta go there. You gotta go. They don't. You ain't even finished the video, bro. I don't know. I ain't on no sides, man. I'm just looking at it. I'm just a person spectating. It's funny, man. It's
Yeah, but if
interesting.
you think about that, there's no malice in what I'm doing. That's just fun stuff. He thought it was fun
Man,
when
y'all
he had a
funny
bigger
as hell,
audience,
man.
but he thought it was fun when he had a bigger audience than me. As they say in the South, ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun.
How long you been on, Tommy? You been on at least since 2009? Before that, 10?
YouTube since 2012.
Oh, 12. Okay, 12. Okay.
But I've been doing this since 2009.
I thought so. Yeah, I've been seeing you for a long time, man. I ain't never spoke to you, but it's good to hear. It's good to finally, speak to you, man. But you've been long for a long time, man. You got longevity, bro. You ain't just started. I feel like that.
Hell, even yesterday he did a show. What did he say in his show? He said, "My biggest numbers got his name in the title." Why you tell that lie?
I don't know. I've been hearing about you way before that. I was watching you way before that.
So if you gonna keep saying dumb shit like that, I'm gonna keep proving you wrong. I'm gonna keep showing you. I couldn't believe it. He said that his biggest numbers is when he got my name in it. Well, just go to my channel and simply just go to the channel and then put biggest to smallest. See which one. And then, he'll do that with the new channels.
And I want to say Kevin Samuel is almost, don't take me wrong, he's like a cleaned up version of you. Like he's a more, I don't want to say polished, that's rude, but he's more of a cleaned up, like
it's not rude,
repackaged version. Do you agree with that?
It's not rude. I'm crass. I am what's
called
a wild card.
I'm just trying to, I don't do no beef, bro. I'm just saying.
I don't get mad at people if they say something that's true. That's true.
He just took what you saying and kind of took out the cuss word, like took out a lot of the.
Yeah, he put a suit on and did all that other stuff. I'll go left.
Yeah,
I am a wild card. I'm Billy the Kid.
Right.
I'm gonna say something that's out of line, and I get it. But the thing is, yes, he's repackaging whatever it is, and yes, I am the originator of it. But just because you're the originator of it doesn't mean that you are the best version of it. I may not be the best version of it. He's just takes what I do. It's like if I do a 5-hour show and somebody takes the 5 hours and do the best parts of the clips. Well, people would rather watch that channel probably if they just take all the best parts of it and put it on that channel, because they'll be like, well, I didn't have to watch the whole 5 hours to get to this part. So,
but Kevin will go left sometimes too. With everybody saying they ignore that. Why they ignore when he go left?
Well, because now it's difficult to do what it is that I do or anybody that does it, because you're going to start hearing what people say. You're going to go left. If you're doing it unscripted, you're going to go left, and it doesn't matter. But everybody has it's an ebb and flow. Everybody has their ups and downs. So that's just where we are right now. He's in his up, his down will come. The good thing is, the best people can just stay right here. And I think the great part about it is I can stay right here. And somebody said he lost to Nicki Minaj. Hey, the fact that he had Nicki Minaj on the show, I never have this problem. They'd never come on my show because they know I'm not starstruck. I'm not doing this to be around stars. So therefore I'm not starstruck. So it didn't matter when I was in front of, that's probably why, what's her name in that TV show I went on CBS? Why she didn't like me? Because I'm not starstruck. I'm going to say the truth. It's easier for me, especially when I get nervous, it's easier for me to just to say what I already know. If I ever get nervous, I just stick with what I already know. I don't have to argue that.
Yeah, I'm putting the phone in my ear, so that's why if you see me going back and forth, I was putting the phone in my ear so I can hear you really well. And it kind of got robotic a little bit, but yeah, like that's kind of people. A lot of men do get starstruck, like. And that's understandable, I guess, but especially being live and you might be nervous a little bit. People get nervous, but I think, I think a lot of these guys, if they honest, man, you were doing this thing from before it was even like popular, like before it was all these thousands of guys trying to get this money.
Yeah, I was saying it when you couldn't say it.
Yeah.
And I guess that they realized you could say it. They realized they can clean it up. But what I didn't like was all of them coming at me. That was weird. I didn't like how The old face Jackson decided to come at me. I don't know that cat, and I didn't say anything to that cat. They decided to come at me. All of them decided to come at me, and it's a weird thing. But I get it, because if you have me around you, people will see the original. So you got to kill the original. That's why you have all these people telling me to stop singing. Then you turn around and watch them sing.
Oh man, yeah. That's true.
Everything they told me to stop doing.
You doing country today, so I guess they'll start doing country now, huh?
Right. They all trying to do it. You even if you look at what Mr. Pickles is doing, Mr. Pickles is trying to sound more and more like me, and it's irritating because you're supposed to be the cousin of a busty bus. Why aren't you trying to sound like him? Why are you trying to do like me? When you watch what's his name? He started off coming at me, the Jurassic Sissy. I don't even talk about him anymore. See, because everything will die out. I stopped talking about the Jurassic Sissy, but the Jurassic Sissy, he started off saying you can't call black women bitches. Now what does he do? Everybody.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Honestly, I don't know who that is.
Well, yeah, every one of them are going around now. All his videos, he calling black women bitches and hoes. Bitches, this, bitch, that. Every one of them told me what I can't do. They were doing it. They just wanted me to not do it so then they can take over it. Every one of them. The young pharaohs. When you look at even the Littlefoot, that you know what I mean, he trying to rap and sing. Hey, you know, I've been able to do that. I always remember music. I used to. Like, niggas just trying to be me, and it's crazy. Hassan Campbell came at me about how it is that I talk. I try to high side people and all this side netter. Every one of them. So. But let me see if I can get on to the show, because I do have to go back. I'm supposed to.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you for calling in. Anybody else that wants to call in, you can.